Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sheriff Moran here. Before I get started on today's video, I want to talk to you real quick about an update I got. So last weekend I reported to you, ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. SeanPaul Reyes, Mr. Long Island Audit, well, he f***ed a goat. He f***ed a goat long, and he f***ed a goat hard. And he had a love child with said goat. Now, this goat goes by the name Bell. Page's Bell the goat. This goat's from a farm that receives several farm subsidies. So this is we the people's goat, ladies and gentlemen. And he has skipped out on it. He has skipped out on we the people's goat. And I'm investigating him, and I'm going to expose him. So I talked to Bell, and she said that he had promised on Sunday that he was going to go see her and make things right. Well, he never showed up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will get to the bottom of it. I will stay on the story. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Fraud at a Roundup with Sheriff Wyatt A. Moran. Gonna just do a quick follow-up to a video I did over this weekend. Mr. SeanPaul Reyes, channel name is Long Island Audit. He's a known goat fucker. Well, he's been having it out with the Nassau County PD recently. And he did a dumb. And he showed up at the police commissioner's house in broad daylight when he knew he wouldn't be there. And after an opening diatribe accusing him and defaming him and screaming corruption within the department, what's the first thing that comes out of his mouth? The only thing that comes flying out of his mouth. When Mrs. answers the door, he's having an affair. So let's watch him run like the coward that he is. Let's round us up a frauditor.
Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here. Back again with another video. Fellow patriots and freedom lovers, I have never seen this level of tyranny and corruption before. This video will shock you. As you watch this video, I want you to keep in mind that this did not take place in a country like Venezuela or North Korea. This is happening in Nassau County, New York, in the United States of America, our country. On Friday, September 22nd, the Nassau County 3rd Precinct Detective Squad let my attorney Jacob Uriel know that they issued a warrant for my arrest and wanted me to surrender. My attorney informed the detectives that Judge Norman Samet had signed 8 stay-away protective orders petitioned to the court by the district attorney Ann Donnelly's office. 2 of the protective orders were against Nassau County police officers, one of which was Kenneth Keller, the same officer who unlawfully arrested me, stole my camera equipment, and violated my constitutional rights.
Oh, Lordy, that sounds serious. I get that crackerjack attorney you got. File some charges. Prove it in the court of law, right?
The judge ordered that I must stay away from their place of business, which is the Nassau County Police Department. So legally, I cannot go there for any reason whatsoever.
Ooh, boy, the dumb here is just thick. Let me see if I follow your logic. You can't go there to turn yourself in and remand yourself into their custody because you might get arrested and remanded into their custody? Is that really what you're trying to say?
My attorney is also on vacation out of the country, and I had already informed the court that I was going to be on vacation with my family as well. My attorney suggested we set something up for after we both get back from vacation and after we get the judge to modify the protective order for me to be able to legally go to the police department.
Does your attorney go by the name Lionel Hutz? Just asking.
Later that same day, Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder, who I am currently investigating for corruption and abuse of power allegations.
I just got one thing to say to that. Bitch, please. Even if you had the intelligence to undertake such an investigation, you don't have the resources, you don't have the contacts to get anything done. Listen carefully. You ain't no journalist, you ain't no constitutional activist neither. You're a felon and an ex-warehouse worker holding a camera, and that is it. If I'm wrong, show me what qualifications you got. You don't. Journalists do not open investigations into the head of the department that's looking into them. You're doing this to save your big old behind.
Ordered 15 plainclothes Nassau County police detectives in unmarked vehicles to cross into Suffolk County to arrest me on a retaliatory warrant.
So you've always been tough?
Have I been tough? Yeah. I'll say yeah. Our job is to protect and serve the people.
Right.
It doesn't go by race, doesn't go by religion. It goes by the fact that you live here, you visit my county, I'm here to protect you. I'm here to treat you fairly.
My attorney and I haven't seen the warrant, but we were told that it was for criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree, a misdemeanor. Apparently, they are charging me for when I went back to the Department of Social Services and I wasn't overtly recording. During this visit, I spoke to a couple of Nassau County officers and public servants. No one asked me to stop recording. No one asked me to leave the premises. And frankly, no one seemed to have any issue whatsoever with me being there.
Okay, so you admit going back there. Well, that's cool. And just because you wasn't acting a damn fool like you usually do, shoving your camera in everyone's face, don't make it right. And by the way, going to the police commissioner's house and badgering his wife, defaming the man, and putting her through that, ooh boy, you gave them every opportunity to get you.
This warrant is completely fabricated. I will leave a link in the description below to the video of the incident in question so you can see for yourselves. How Supreme Leader Ryder was able to get a district attorney and a judge to sign off on this is terrifying.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm a little thick, I'm not sure, but I would think a Supreme Leader wouldn't need a judge or DA to do anything.
I would guess it's the same judge who granted the stay away protective orders against me for peacefully recording and asking questions of my government, Judge Norman Samet. As soon as I get the actual warrant, I will share it with all of you. While Gestapo Ryder's secret police were looking for me in another county on a low-level, nonviolent misdemeanor warrant, they unlawfully stopped my tenant while he was driving, demanded his ID under threat of arrest, and told him, quote, he wasn't the person they were looking for. 2 days later, I was driving home from 7-Eleven, and as I made the turn onto my street, a dark color sedan tried to run me off the road. I instinctively avoided the crash and continued home. When I looked back, I saw the sedan, who almost crashed into me, turning around rapidly toward me. I began to worry for my safety and the safety of my family, so I parked my car and ran inside the house to alert them of the incoming danger.
Yeah, remember in the beginning when you said, keep in mind this didn't happen in a country like Venezuela or North Korea? Well, that's true, because if it had, not only would they have run you off the road, they would have walked down, emptied a can of gasoline all over you, and had a luau where you'd be the main guest of honor. You'd be a pig on a spit.
Warning. If you care about our freedom and our rights, the footage you are about to watch is very disturbing.
Let's watch that again. Yep, you heard that. They saw him run to the house. He's officially on the run.
After the unidentified man spoke to his accomplice, they both drove away. Approximately an hour later, several law enforcement officers were outside of my home. Nassau County officers were in plainclothes and unmarked vehicles. Suffolk County officers were in their uniforms and marked vehicles. 5 law enforcement officers came to my front door, but unfortunately for Emperor Patrick Ryder, I had already left on a pre-planned family vacation.
You chose poorly.
Son, you messed up. There was no unnamed man and an accomplice. That was law enforcement. You know that. and you ran. This ain't gonna end well for you, son.
My name's Sergeant Grillo at the Nassau County Police Department. I'm looking for Mr. SeanPaul Reyes. He has a warrant for his arrest.
A couple of cuts there I can only describe as sus.
I want you all, my fellow patriots, to know that as of now, I am safe from these corrupt tyrants. Sources tell me that ever since I started exposing Commissioner Ryder, he has been banging the drum internally to have me arrested for anything in order to get me to stop investigating and to retaliate against me. Ryder wanted me arrested immediately, so I would have to spend the entire weekend in his prison camp until I could see a judge Monday morning. This thug mentality coming from the leader of a police department should terrify all of us. A journalist is being hunted down by men with guns for asking important questions regarding serious corruption and abuse of power allegations.
If it weren't too disgusting, I might actually be impressed by his ability to twist words and change the narrative.
Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. We, the people, need to come together and unite as one against this blatant tyranny and expose it to the world. I promise all of you that I will not be threatened or silenced by this gang. I will continue to peacefully exercise my First Amendment rights to promote transparency and accountability within our government. I will be speaking with the New York State Attorney General's Police Misconduct Unit, as well as the FBI, regarding the serious corruption and tyranny that we have seen here today and that we have seen in previous videos, all perpetrated by the Nassau County Police Department.
Well, I can tell by that sundial it's time to say goodnight. Put little beans on the fire, little Bloody Mary on ice. And as always, cuddle up with a clean shirt and a dirty woman. Good night. I bid you adieu.